tell me a little bit about the game-winning goal you had last weekend in overtime, because that had to be a thrill.
Oh, yeah. It was a really good time. Being a center back, I really never get to score, so it was extra special, especially being our first conference win in overtime at McKendree on the road on a Sunday. So all those things kind of aligned for it to be a really special experience. It was off a corner kick. Charlie Parrish had the assist, and frankly, the other team and us included, we were so exhausted that I really didn't have anyone contest me that much.
Yeah.
Pretty open, and just banged it in. So.
Yeah, you talk about not getting that many opportunities, yet you seem to be targeted a lot in set pieces, pushing up quite a bit. Offense, I would guess, has been part of your playing days at some point.
Actually, I've been a center back for a really long time, but it's interesting you should ask because my junior year of high school actually led the team in goals as a center back.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll notice in my games, especially the one just last night, if I ever get an interception and have a step forward, I'm going to make a run up, even being one of the furthest back players. So, I mean, offense is something I'm always thinking about if I have the time to go or, get up for a set piece. But other than that, I'd like to stay home.
Okay, describe me what your role is a little bit, because as center back, you said when you have the opportunity you go, but more times than not, what are you looking at doing? What are you doing?
So the first thing on my mind is just get a clean sheet, defense first.
Clean sheet. Explain that.
Yeah, no goals. Score against us and the entire game, which hasn't happened too frequently, but that's always the first goal. After that, it's simply just to get the ball and possess out. And sometimes when I get the ball and you just ask how you think you're going to go forward, that's only if I think that is actually the best route to keep the ball out of the defense.
Right.
Because that's the second goal, like I mentioned. So if that's the case, I'm going to get up. If not, I'm going to put it on the floor and play it.
Right. You have to communicate with your goalkeeper a lot, being a center back?
Yeah, actually it's more him communicating with me. Okay. I try to, but seeing as he's the furthest back player, there's not so many times where I'm facing him or need to direct him much. But that's definitely a key relationship in having a good defense. And
we've kind of split time between two goalkeepers this year. Is there a difference, not to get into specifics, but are they different?
Yeah, they're two different style keepers for sure. Nick Cooper is more of a big fella, who's going to come out and grab everything. He looks to play short off the restart every single time, which is good. Quinn is more of a probably a shot stopper is what I've explained. They're both great guys, but Quinn can just get down and get side to side a lot faster, and they're both incredibly great goalkeepers. I honestly could not pick one over the other, but they both give us something different and always come up big.
Well, we kind of saw that with Quinn last night, where he stops a penalty shot. There are a couple other times he made some nice saves, but low to the ground, like you said.
Oh yeah, he can get low, and especially he's so good at getting fully extended. I mean, completely parallel to the ground, and yeah. That's just his forte, I guess.
Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about your life as a student at William Jewell. Let's start with the obvious. What's your major?
Business administration. Then I also have applied critical thought and inquiry, if you want to count it, seeing as they're essentially the same curriculum. And then I have a minor in entrepreneurial leadership.
And what do you want to do with all of that?
I really had to come to grips with that this summer. Seeing as I'm graduating a semester early, I'll be graduating in December.
Congratulations.
Thanks. And I think what I want to do is kind of try the corporate ladder approach. The way I perceive it, there's two ways you can take a business major, and that's be an entrepreneur or do the corporate thing. And I want to be an entrepreneur at some point in my future. However, I don't want to start my own company with no personal assets or, prior real-world business knowledge. So corporate ladder seems to be the right approach.
You have spent some time thinking about that, haven't you?
I got a watered down.
What would be your business interests, either entrepreneurial or corporate?
I've been looking at a stock brokerage firm. I've also been looking at technical companies that specialize in selling software and things like that. But really right now it's pretty broad. I haven't got it. Whichever company really gives me the best offer and I think I could ingrain in their culture the best would probably be that.
Well, like about 97% of all graduates, a job, just lowercase letters. Gotcha on that one. Hey, tell us a little bit about your family, if you would.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I'm an only child. Not too many people know that about me, except for my friends, obviously, for certain habits that I have. Grew up in Shawnee, Kansas, Lakeview Estates, went to Shimers Northwest. Have one dog, and both my parents are from rural areas. My father from Dwight, Kansas, which is about 20 minutes east of Manhattan, and then my mother was from Lincoln, Nebraska. So
Is that right? All right. And so, as an only child, how does that affect you in soccer? That's maybe a long-range correlation.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to toot my parents' horn too much, but they're always at every single game. It does not matter what day of the week or how far away it is, they always come. And I do think that's kind of derived from me being an only child.
Yeah, that's good. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been wonderful to watch you play, and I wish you the best of luck. And that December graduation, that sounds good.
Sure does.
And get that lowercase J-O-B.
Yeah.
Thanks, Evan.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And we'll be back with more in a moment.